Oh!
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Review Show. It's been a fucking moment. PlayStation State of Play came out, and we're gonna, just kind of relax, hang back. You got me, JoJo, and James, and we're gonna just kind of look over the games and give our thoughts, our views, and just kind of go from there and see what we got to say about it. And yeah, pretty casual little opener. So for everybody watching, JoJo, you watched the whole thing, or you were just kind of like somewhat watching it?
No, yeah, I saw it when it happened.
So JoJo's seen the whole thing. Yeah. I've only watched the Final Fantasy portion of it, and I don't think James has seen any of it. Okay.
I waited.
So yeah, so we're going to watch it all together, and like I said, we'll be talking. So if you want to see the State of Play without our commentary, go check it out. But if you want our commentary, then you can just fucking stay here. But yeah, so we're going to watch the video and see what's out there.
There's some very unexpected developments in your future. Shocking events that will change the course of your life.
That last part might have been.
You guys like Crash Bandicoot?
But
I was a huge Crash Bandicoot fan whenever I was a kid. Huge. I love Tiny. He was my favorite character.
PlayStation 5.
Big ass fucking guy. Muscle bound fucking tiger.
Creative producer at Toys for Bob.
I don't know. It never stuck for me. I played the first game some. I had it, on a PlayStation, but then never got into it. So yeah, I mean, this looks really good.
I would say it looks really good.
Yeah. Picking up where Crash Bandicoot worked.
I think it's nice that they
it's about time.
Crash back and they're giving him a
Dr. Entropy,
serious game again. Not,
right.
There were years there where they gave shittier team and then they questionable stuff.
A mind-bending adventure for Crash and his marsupial pals.
Well,
we designed Crash Bandicoot 4 to leap off your screen, brimming with bold, vibrant environments and characters. Crash Bandicoot has always looked pretty suave. But wait until you see him spinning heads in native 4K at 60 frames per second.
Definitely
with the weight of the universe on your shoulders.
A lot of it in the Best Buy. It was just here's the display for PlayStation. Check out Crash
wireless
Bandicoot.
Controllers bring adaptive triggers to your fingertips, so you can feel the blast of Neocortex's DNA-changing ray gun, or feel the grip when you grapple Atana's hookshot. Hold on tight when you feel the boost of Crash's jetboard, and really feel the suck when you vacuum his Dingo Dial. Looking to get fully immersed in the Crash Bandicoot universe? Crank it up to 11 and take your audio into an all-new dimension with enhanced 3D audio.
Maybe at some point I'll pick up
106%
Crash 4.
completion is the sign of a true
Bandicoot
Bandicoot master. But should our genetically mutated marsupial lose his way? Leverage PlayStation 5 activity cards to track your progress.
Oh my god, buy PS5.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Things like time trials, flashback
this
levels,
is literally just
and boss fights.
Upgrading the graphics a little bit.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because this is on your
PS4.
Like controller feedback.
The PlayStation 4, and use
no
the activity cards to get to 106.
There's no unique content they're doing here.
One more thing. If you own the PS4 version of the game, an upgrade option is available. Check out the PlayStation blog for full details. Whether it's your first playthrough or your 100th, there's no better time to experience
Crash
Bandicoot.
PS5
Who is playing Crash Bandicoot
on
4
PlayStation 5
100 times? Who? That's what I want to know. Whether this is your
I
first
feel like
playthrough
it
or
would
your
be very
100th.
difficult.
Welcome back, Crash. The game's all here on today's new edition of State of Play. We've got some great updates lined up for you. First, let's check out the latest on an eagerly anticipated game coming to the PS5 console this spring from PlayStation Studios.
Hey everyone, we at House
Death
Mark are
Stranding
excited
too.
to give you this sneak peek at Returnal.
Yeah,
In Returnal, you will play as Celine, an Astra scout, who crash lands on an alien planet, Atropos, after receiving a mysterious signal, White Shadow. Players will explore this inscrutable, dark planet in search for answers and unfold mysteries, which may point to a larger force at play.
Oh damn!
Dashing and quickly
She's
maneuvering
quick.
your way
Jesus
above
Christ.
Yeah,
and around enemies is key to survival.
Fast.
They announced this sometime last year, and I had no idea it was like a super fast-paced thing.
Yeah, this is super fucking fast-paced. I mean, it doesn't look bad.
It looks
But this dude, whoever's playing, fucking sucks.
With the large variety of enemies,
I mean, it's definitely not a game you can just sit back and relax and play, that's for sure.
No.
Combat situations prove challenging no matter what the circumstances are. Death is only the beginning.
She got 2 different color eyes.
Every time you die and restart, the world will change.
The
map will be different. Enemies will appear in new locations and in
unravel the mystery.
You need to think fast and adapt.
Yeah, that is
I like it
cool.
when games do that.
Here you can see the use of the lightning alt fire, which is great for crowd control. This is one of many alt fires that you can.
Which, by the way, JoJo, we picked up that Rogue game I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Great.
And we were literally going to be going right back to playing it as soon as we get done with this. But it's like that too, where the dungeons are never the same. The rooms and everything are different every time you go through it.
Rewards to the player. These will vary from weapons.
Yeah, this is I've seen some amount of like backlash in the word whatever, but like people not super excited about the prospect of paying $60 for a roguelike game. Like, like there's some hang up
and engaging narrative.
that it's not a genre that's supposed to be like a full price thing.
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
This,
as they venture deeper.
I mean, this looks like a fully.
That's creepy, dude. That's like a fucking like a normal house in the middle of this fucking weird alien planet. Whoa.
I am reliving my memories in that
Yeah, I think it's really interesting.
Not fully. They're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem.
So I understand where people don't want to play or pay full price for a roguelike, but whenever you put this much into it, though, like graphical wise and story wise, like I kind of feel it justifies the price. Now, if it was like someone was trying to charge $60 for Skull, like I would never buy Skull. It would never happen.
No, it's just I think a preconception based on how most of those games are indie games that look like Skull. This looks like a thing that had a budget. Like,
I mean, they could have made a better name than Returnal, but
yeah, that name's really dorky.
Returnal lands on April 30th, and it's developed by the talented team at Housemarque.
The game looks good.
Next, let's take a closer look at a high-impact new PS4 game called Knockout City.
Knockout City. Ooh, we are really knocking it out of the park with the names today.
It's intense dodgeball.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Josh from Bellin Studios. We're an indie developer based in upstate New York, and we recently announced Knockout City, a team-based multiplayer action game for PS4 where rival crews settle their scores with epic dodgeball battles.
Huh.
I'd play
Knockout City is easy to pick up and play,
but
there's a lot of depth here for those who've got the skills. In our 1v1 face-off mode, you'll go
if it came to PC, I'd definitely play it.
Relying on your reflexes and
It's
abilities
probably,
to knock out an opponent.
I think it's coming everywhere. I'm pretty sure they showed this at the Switch Nintendo Direct thing they did like last week too.
Use trick shots to lob a ball over a ledge or hook it around a corner.
Ooh.
That wasn't really a corner, but alright.
Your opponent's timing and knock them out before they can recover. When you're in a tough spot with a ball flying your way, a last-second dodge
it's giving me, it's reminding me of Rocket Arena. Did you guys?
Keep your wits
that
about
came out like last year.
Your opponent to bring home a win.
In that, yeah, exactly, because it was another EA like
jump into Team KO
battle royale thing that just kind of looks like
Teamwork makes the dream work in Knockout City.
Yeah, small and
pick them up.
A well-coordinated team can still dominate. We're playing in Back Alley Brawl, a new map that you'll find in our upcoming crossplay beta.
A new map?
The special ball for this match is the sniper.
This game getting
which knocks
released?
off the targets from far
It's
across the
in
map.
beta already. I think you can
take them out
probably
before they have a
access
chance to
to it if
react.
you want it.
Beyond special balls,
So I could see
each
doing
map
something like
features
this
a
for
unique
like a
mechanic.
game night.
In Back Alley Brawl, you can
Yeah,
hop
I
into
mean,
a tube and make a quick
it doesn't
getaway,
look
or use
bad.
it
I
to
guess
sneak
it
up
just
on your
doesn't.
opponents.
I don't know if it's gonna catch on.
Empty-handed, you
The
can
game like
literally
this needs to
become
catch
the ball,
on,
a new
or
weapon for
they
your teammate.
stop supporting it, and it.
Or risk
turn
it all.
off the
Charge up a
servers.
teammate, launch them high into the air with an ultimate throw, and they'll land in a huge instant KO explosion.
That's cool.
The team here at Velen has been obsessed with building this world over the last 4 years. Knockout City is coming out May 21st, and we'd love your help in our final stretch of development. Rally your crew and sign up for our crossplay beta at knockoutcity.com to play early on
Crossplay
PlayStation.
beta. Let's go.
See you soon, brawlers.
And I'd definitely play it.
Yeah, like I said, I think it'd be a good little game night game, for sure.
All right, and it's a free thing. I'll totally check it out. I don't mind.
Absolutely. So I have to add
Time
that to
for
the list there,
something
James.
new. Here's your first look at an upcoming PS5 game from the
Right
team
there,
at
Chris.
Slow Clap.
Oh yeah, this looks
Terrible.
really cool.
The Yakuza. Just kidding. I have no idea.
I wish, man.
I mean, this dude looks like he's about to fuck all these guys up right quick.
Yeah.
Illegal hit. Oh, and he's bringing a knife out. Dude's about to get shanked. Oh,
I mean,
little pipe. Oh,
Yeah, it was.
man, he got knocked out for a while.
no shit.
Yeah, I think that's like the when you die in this game, you age.
So the older you get, like the more. I don't feel like they're doing it correctly though. Like you should get shittier as you get older. You know what I mean?
That is
Thank-
the
yeah,
debut of
the-
Sifu, coming to the
Make
PS5
it hard.
console later this year.
I guess. But yeah, I don't know.
Now
That
let's
looks
get an
cool as
update
hell.
on Solar Ash,
like
an epic new
fucking
PS5
the
adventure from
raid.
Heart Machine.
Yeah.
Really intense fighting. Oh,
I like the little soundtrack.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex Preston, creative director of Heart Machine. You might know us as the
Artwork
team
kind of
behind
reminds
Light
me
Drifter.
of Risk of
Today,
Rain.
I'm here to show you the first peek
Yeah.
of gameplay for our
It's,
new title, Solar
uh,
Ash.
like I said, it's Hyperlight Drifter is the.
Solar Ash is a huge,
Looks like a lot, too,
stylish
'cause the
3D
same developers as
platformer
that.
focused on speed, movement, and fluidity. The game is set inside a giant black hole known as the Ultra Void, which has been consuming everything in its path. You play as Ray, a daring Void Runner who has decided to venture into this terrifying anomaly as a last-ditch effort to save her homeworld. Ray is extremely agile, able to speed across the world with abilities akin to skating.
This and
On
everything
the
just
ashen
moves
clouds,
so quickly.
she
It
can quickly
looks
cover great distances in our huge
it looks
world.
fun. Whether or not, who knows, but there's something
At
to
its
it.
core, Solar Ash is a game about movement.
I mean, to be fair,
Ray
we
has
haven't had a
everything
Sonic
she
game in
needs to
forever,
flow
so,
through the
you know.
dangerous and unique world.
Sure.
I mean, I feel like it's basically kind of like what this reminds me of right now.
And most of the Sonic games we have had have been.
As you journey to save your
garbage.
planet, you'll find yourself face to face with grotesque and violent creatures. Our combat system is simple, fast, and fluid, built to
Yeah,
empower
they haven't-
players and
like no
encourage
Sonic
flow.
games on the horizon even. Wow.
As you explore the Ultra Void, enemy
It's a
encounters will
great
scale to greater and greater
example
sizes.
of what happens whenever
Some of
company
these
gets a
creatures require
franchise that they
speed
just want
and
to use for
precise
money.
timing to defeat.
Yeah. I
Sonic
mean, I'm
used
sure
to
they're
be an
trying.
amazing game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ray
Just
will
never, they never
eventually need
figure
to
out how to
face
do it
the
in 3D
massive
very
sentinels
well.
of this void. Wretched, starved beasts that hold the key to her quest.
She kills
Hey,
them
maybe
with
these guys
speed.
figured out how to do it.
Even that music right there kind of sounded like Risk of Rain a
Solar
little
Ash
bit.
is Heart Machine's vision of the adventure platformer. The giant spaces, the feel
Yeah, I
of
can
movement,
see there's
the
definitely
flow
a
of
similar
combat, and the high-stakes battles atop
vibe
enormous
there.
beasts all come together to bring players something
Can you
we
ride
think
a
is
giant
incredibly
bone worm
unique,
in
and
Risk
more
of Rain?
importantly,
No, you
fun.
can't. It'd kill you.
Then fuck Risk of Rain.
This game is a labor of love for everyone on the Heart Machine team. We're excited to bring Solar Ash to PS5 and PS4 later this year.
So realistically, it's going to be released in 2022.
If you're a fan
Pretty
of
close.
scary games, this next one is for you.
Ooh, Five Nights. Five Nights.
When
Five Nights!
found you,
Yeah, yeah.
you were small,
For sure.
Yeah.
It's to you two.
100%.
but now you are more. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Bro, oh my god. Look at all that space to run around. Oh my god, dude. That's gonna be so great.
These are kind of dope, though.
Gregory, we can get you out of here. You and me together.
No, Gregory.
They won't stop hunting you. None of them will stop hunting you.
Open world Five Nights at Freddy's, dude. Yes. Oh, I'm gonna play the fuck out of this game.
Get you out by morning.
Do as I say. You will bring me what I want. And if you fail me, then you will. Both of you.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's cool to see what they can do now that the guy who made these games is a millionaire and has a budget.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. I can't wait to see her. Security breach.
There is more going on here than you realize.
Oh my god, I can't wait. Oh, the game's gonna be so
That was a chilling
good.
new look at Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Up next, let's take a tour of Oddworld.
Hey,
Soul
Abe's
Stone.
Odyssey. Let's go, dude.
Hi, I'm Lauren Lanning, creative director at Oddworld Inhabitants. Today, I'm going to take you on a brief tour of our newest
I've never
game,
played any of these
Oddworld
either, but
Soul
it's
Stone.
Really?
No, yeah, but I think it's nice that they're able to do them again. That
In
someone's
Soulstorm,
paying them
you
to make one.
reprise the
I think
role of
that's
Abe, accidental
a long
hero
time.
turned unlikely leader of an emerging revolution. As you do battle through weird and wonderful environments in an effort
I like
to
the
escape
sound of
the
Lauren Lanning's
all-powerful
voice
and
as he
eternally
tells me
greedy
about it, at
Gluckons. We really wanted to bring this world to life with what we call 2.9D platforming, which adds much more depth and immersion for the player. This sense of connection is also reinforced through the use of the DualSense's haptic feedback, as you'll now be able to feel Abe's heartbeat in high alert and suspenseful situations.
Ooh, that's cool.
There are well over 1,000 fellow Mudokons that you must try to save along the way, but they are far more than helpless workers looking to be saved. When used effectively, you'll be able to solve puzzles, harness their combined energy, and be given the tools they need to fight alongside you.
Ooh.
And there will be times when the extra hands will be needed as you face off against an array of heavily armed enemies that will stop at nothing to find and end Abe once and for all. In order to stand a chance against this much larger threat, we gave Abe the ability to scavenge, loot, and pickpocket items from his surroundings and use them to craft an impressive arsenal of his own that he can share with others.
Yeah, I think. I mean, this looks.
You can also play
good
as a
enough that has me
non-lethal
interested
pacifist
in
or an agent
checking
of
out
chaos.
the old one.
We wanted you to have the
and then
choice.
maybe checking this out.
But
I mean,
there
the
is
old
one
one, it was
iconic
so
ability
limited.
for our shamanic
It
protagonist,
literally was just a 2D
possession.
platformer.
This mystical power allows you to take control
We
of your
definitely are
foes and use their strengths
building on
and
it a lot
weapons
here.
against them, or use them to gain access to paths still ahead. The Oddworld universe is a diverse place, and this means that there are some environments and situations that require a little more thought,
Jesus Christ.
patience, and stealth. You'll find dark and dangerous caves, heavily guarded industrial sites, and ancient forgotten lands. Here, we've built lots of opportunities for you to test your skills and find different ways to handle things. It won't be easy. If being hunted by an army backed by a shady and wealthy organization isn't bad enough, there are also more dangers in the forms of natural obstacles, ancient traps, trials against swarming dark creatures, and industrial hazards that must be dodged, crossed, and avoided. Ultimately, Abe's journey is one of hope, freedom, and truth. There's a rich and engaging narrative to discover in a world
Getting
full
rid
of
of the
lies,
stitches for once.
and we've
Oh,
been able to
snap.
bring our characters to life like never before. In true Oddworld fashion, your actions in-game will decide the fate of
Kids'
Abe
mouth's been
and all
sewn
those
shut
you
for a
manage to
fucking
liberate
decade.
along the way. And we can't
Yeah,
wait to see
right.
what you will do.
Oh, and still still sewn shut in most of these images too.
April 6th. Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie. For some reason, my eyes just like went over the April, and I
That
thought
was
it
the
said
latest
coming
on
to
Oddworld
PlayStation
Soul
6. I'm
Storm.
like, God
And here's
damn,
some
that's a
exciting
fucking
news.
reach right
Active
there.
PlayStation Plus
Jesus
members will
Christ.
get the
Right,
PS5 version for
We're
no
showing
extra
you this
cost,
now.
starting in
15
April.
It'll
PS5
be
version
available
for
in
no
like
extra
6
cost,
years for
starting in
you.
April.
Yeah, and they'll give it to you for free.
Moving
Yeah,
on,
sounds nice.
it's time to catch up with Kena Bridge of
They ordered the
Spirits,
PlayStation
a
6
gorgeous
now.
new adventure we last saw in the June PS5 showcase.
You can't get a PlayStation 5, so why not spend that money on the PlayStation 6 pre-order?
That makes sense.
Didn't me and you look into this, James? This game?
I'm pretty sure.
I feel like we did. Very beautiful game.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it wouldn't on my computer, but
Will on your new one.
yeah, right now all those trees would look like a green blur.
How usually timid.
Oh, look at those little guys. It's adorable.
Something tells me you did not come to our village looking for forest creatures.
Hello, Spirit. I seek passage to the sacred mountain shrine.
I would love to like, be in her place. Just
Our
right
village
now.
is bound
I
to
came to your
shrines.
village to find all the valuable resources
But
this
that
forest has to
power
offer.
faded.
Rob them. I want all the resources. Everything around you dies. Ooh. Let's see this combat right quick. So this is the next Pikmin, huh? Damn.
Trapped.
Going all out.
Yeah. I can't tell if these little guys how much they do.
You must
I
help
love to
these
watch her just like pluck them out of the ground. Yeah, I like this with that right there.
You have to go now.
Cool shit.
Fair enough.
This land can be weird, but you cannot stay here, Spirit. You must move on.
God damn.
Yeah. Ah, he's more alive than ever. Now he's more of a monstrosity.
path of the spirit guide is the lonely one.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
not know
clutch
that.
enough those little guys to then
Now
make a
let's settle
bridge
in
out
for
of
a stylish new look at
The whole goal
Deathloop,
is
a
to walk
PS5
across those little
first-person
guys.
shooter developed by the team at Arcane.
What?
You'll never, ever break this loop.
There's no never here. Just you, me, and the rest of these maniacs.
Bring it, baby.
This is Ramblin' Frank's Matinee. This little ditty goes out to the handsome asshole trying to break our loop. Cold, the visionaries are ready to dance. Are you?
Toxic illusion.
I'm actually super excited for this game. It looks
Yeah.
fucking cool. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like, you know, Dishonored, but you get to just kill people without caring about it all the time. Use all your powers all the time, stab guys. So exciting.
definitely looks fucking interesting, that's for sure.
That was rude.
Damn. Alright.
You're done! Somebody's feeling feisty.
Where you been hiding? Boy, do I got a bone to pick with you. Let's do it again tomorrow.
What to do when the bullet is the same, but the kill is always new.
Song's over, people. And so is Ramblin' Frank. The rest of you motherfuckers are next.
Damn.
Yeah, it could be very cool. I don't know.
Definitely an interesting concept with the whole death loop
Before we
aspect.
leave, how about a huge update for one
Yeah,
of
it's just a
2020's
question
most
of like how
celebrated games?
How bad is it as you repeat it? Is it still fun? Because you have to.
Right.
Oh, here. You hear that?
Cloud! Quickly! Barrett!
Give me a break.
Jesse! Barrett!
Where you been?
Tifa!
Tifa!
Help me!
Faye!
Come on, let's push it past the red line.
Yeah, I got showed the best character, Roche, in your trailer. People want.
I just like how this whole thing is about, like, obviously the DLC chapter, and like all this is just part of the main game. But they had to make sure you remember that there actually was a game.
Of course, they gotta show you how they're making it look marginally better.
There she is.
Yeah.
This is Yuffie Kisaragi.
My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces Operative for the new Wutai government. We'll prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, we got this.
Her character looks so good. I'm so happy with her.
There you are.
Someone's been expecting you.
What?
Like I walked in, I was like, "Oh shit, it's gonna be it's Sid. What's going on?" And then it's this guy.
I'm Sonon Kusaka.
That would be so. I would be more pissed off if Sid was there. That would make zero sense.
It wouldn't make any sense. But I was like, "Oh shit," you know,
the ones who blew
whatever.
up the
Time
reactors.
weird.
Cool. Should we say hi?
Like literally, your only claim at that point is, I guess, the proximity of Wutai to Rocket Town. Like that would be the only connection between the two of them.
We gotta help.
I wasn't thinking about what would make sense. I was just thinking about seeing a guy with a long thing on his back and thinking.
I'm excited to play with her though. Like, she looks like she's got a really nice kid.
Yeah.
No freaking way!
Gonna fight a big weird centipede guy.
I'm just glad that they also take the fucking Moogle thing off too. So you actually get to see her character's actual outfit. She's such a beast.
You should probably get moving.
Got it.
Whatever it is they're planning, you're better off out of it.
Like the team up attack stuff that Yuffie and other guy do is pretty cool.
Not your sister.
And I don't think there's anything like that. In
There you are.
Who are these jerks?
No clue. It just appeared.
Like I said, this is still the most confusing part to me. Like this is all shit from Dirge of Cerberus right here.
No.
That has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me. Zero sense still. But so there actually is some kind of team ups that do actually happen naturally in the fights that I didn't notice at first. But I had a YouTuber who was watching go back and like slow shit down. And like there's times where like Tifa's next to you, like he had this one scene where like Cloud swung the Buster Blade, and then he brought it back around, and as he did, you saw Tifa do a backflip onto the sword and launch off of it directly at a monster. But it's like so fast. It's so fast. Like, you have to like really be paying attention to see it. Nothing like what we were actually just seeing right now. No.
Yeah, they draw attention to it here.
It definitely does look crisper for sure. But that's the nice part, is that when I get my PlayStation 5, it's a free upgrade, so I don't have to worry about buying the game again. I get to automatically upgrade directly to it, and all my save data ports over. So, I'll take it.
Free fog effects.
Yeah. Oh, the clock is dress. It's a parody. I love Final Fantasy VII so fucking much, dude. Oh. Tifa, Bay. I love you.
Quality of life.
Yeah, this is what I love the most about PlayStation 5.
Loading time.
But that's what the PlayStation 5's all about, dude. No one is anywhere close to my loading times right now. At all. Their load times are fucking stupid quick, dude. That's one of the good things about the PS5.
Yeah, but not having load times anymore, or barely having them, is so nice.
Wait, what?
I do like the remix that they're trying to put right now. Just the last scene and this one with the Yuki's music. How they redid it.
You see that?
That's how ninjas do it.
Yep.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
You can't just give something a normal name.
No.
You have to make up a word.
I don't know how much it's gonna cost, though. That's my question.
That was the reveal of
What, the
Final
Yuki
Fantasy
part?
VII
Yeah, just the
Remake
Yuki episode.
Intergrade, coming to the PS5 console
Probably like
later this
15
year.
or something. I don't know how big it'll be, but...
And that's our show. We hope you're as excited as we are for what's to come in 2021. See you next time.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, state of play. That was yeah, they had a lot of stuff there, you know. A lot of games that I'm excited for.
Just it's, you know, nothing for like their Sony's bigger franchises or whatever, right?
Right.
You know, it was a lot of independent studio things getting a lot of attention.
Until Final Fantasy
news on like
variant.
Horizon or Rapid. Yes, aside from that, but which also is like not theirs, I guess, and it's a DLC episode.
I don't know. Sometimes it fucking feels like it is. With their fucking exclusives that they have. Like, fucking A, dude. I'm so ready for that shit to be done. I'll be happy the day I don't have to worry about buying the new PlayStation because Final Fantasy would come to my fucking computer first. Like, that'd be great.
Yeah, I don't know if 16 is coming everywhere at the same time, or is that PS?
It won't. It'll be a PS5 exclusive. At least for minimum a year. And I'm not going to wait a year to fucking play 16. It's not happening. It's not, I will literally go fucking crazy.
Five Nights at Freddy's thing, they have a 3-month exclusivity on console for it.
Do they really?
I looked it up. Well, so it's coming out on PC at the same time, just Xbox and Switch don't get it.
Yeah, so I've been seeing that a lot
3
more
months.
now. Console exclusive versus it being an exclusive, it's a console exclusive. So, well,
it's a thing Microsoft has to say all the time because every game they put out is on the PC.
Which, right.
So all they're ever saying is, hey, this isn't coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, basically, at this point, especially now that Microsoft and fucking Nintendo are like butt buddies. So, you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good because I definitely want to play Five Nights at Freddy's as soon as it comes out, and knowing that I'll be able to play it right off the bat with my computer is great because, I mean, as much as obviously I'm going to stream 16 and I'm going to stream the Yuffie episode and part 2 whenever I get that, I would rather be able to just stream stuff directly from my computer, because that's, in my opinion, it's always going to be the best. I mean, PlayStation 5 is going to have sick load times, great, but whenever I upgrade my computer to the 3080 or 3070, whichever one I end up going with, I mean, it's not going to come close graphic-wise. It's just not. So,
sure.
PC will always win out. It will always win out. So, that's why that shit's
coming to a time,
expensive.
you know?
Do what?
It's coming to a time now where it's going to start getting close.
Well, that's the thing. It is getting close. And then they released the 30 series, and now it's not anymore.
Right, yeah. It is.
And then the PlayStation
right at this
6
moment
will be better. And then the 40 series will come out, and then it will be better. So, that's how that happens. That is exactly how that happens every single time. So, and it's funny, too, because, like, before I was a PC gamer, you know, I knew what the console wars were, but I never thought, you know, of computers being, like, part of that.
Right.
You know, because they're not considered a console. And then it's like, when you think about it, they are part of it with the whole, you know, fucking graphics card update. Like, that's their part of the war. It's like, all right, cool, why should we not go to console games if you guys are going to have shit graphics? Oh, well, here's a brand new graphics card. Oh, sweet, this is better than the consoles. All right. So that's their part. I was like, just not knowing that because I wasn't part of this world, you know?
Oh, when we were kids, also, you and I at least, all the console games weren't coming out on PC like they are now.
No. Yeah.
No, like PC games were like, I'm playing Diablo there, and I'm playing, and like stuff I'm playing on PlayStation isn't coming to PC at all.
Exactly.
Things have changed a lot.
I mean, Diablo was the first ever game I played on PC. I'd never touched a PC game before then. I thought PC gaming at that point in my life, whenever I was that young, I thought, like, whenever I would hear people be like, oh, yeah, I game on PC, I'd be like, all right, cool. Fucking, I mean, you like Master Solitaire and fucking Minesweeper? Like, Nancy Drew, woo, good on you. Like, all right, sweet. I'm over here playing Halo on my original Xbox, you know? Like, what the fuck? And then I got shown Diablo. And I didn't play the first one. I played the second one. And that alone became, like, the fucking pillar as to which I judged all, like, medieval, like, RPG-ish type games by that. So I was always looking for my Diablo on the console, and I could never fucking find it. I was like, oh my god, none of these games, like, they come close, but not close enough. And so then they released Diablo 3 for PC and consoles, and Diablo 3 is a letdown compared to 2, in my opinion. And now we're finally getting the Diablo 2 remaster. I'm so fucking pumped for that, dude. Oh my god, to be able to play my paladin again. Oh, I'm so ready, dude. I'm so ready. And I like the callback. You could
play your paladin right now.
I mean,
he was out there.
Not.
I mean, you can play it remastered too. That's
I'll wait
great.
till I
That's
play
nice.
it remastered. Yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing though. Is like, I have my entire, like, I think they called it back then. It was like the War Chest bundle or whatever, where I've got like all the disc and everything. But I bought me a PC that doesn't have a disc drive.
Yes.
So I eliminated the uses to be able to play all that.
Hey, I paid like $20. I got a USB CD drive that I can plug into my laptop.
Actually, to be fair, now that I think about it, I actually bought the special edition to Diablo 3. So I got this cool ass fucking Diablo skull. And the Soul Stone is a USB that has Diablo 1 and 2 on it. I actually just remembered that.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So there we go. Yeah. Diablo 2, 1 and 2 on it. There we go. Boom. Awesome. But yeah, I mean, did you watch the Rogue trailer for the new character for 4? Diablo 4?
Oh, yeah, I did actually. Yeah.
I really enjoyed that because of the callback with the ears. Because I have friends who play Diablo, but they never play 2. And in Diablo 2, whenever you played PvP and you killed somebody, you got their ear as a trophy. And that was
cool.
That was a direct callback to that. And shit like that. That was what was really cool because they released the Diablo 2 trailer and Diablo 4 Rogue trailer at the same time. So it was like boom, boom, back to back. So it was a really cool callback to that. Because back whenever I started playing Diablo 2 and I got really into it, me and my buddy, we got into an argument, and he was a necromancer and I was paladin. And he was like, fine then, fuck it. Let's take this out here and let's fight. So he fucking said he wanted to fight me. I accepted, and as soon as you walk out of town, you can attack each other. So he went out of town, and I was trying to transfer some weapons right quick. He was a necromancer, so he's out there just killing shit and summoning up all these fucking minions. So I come walking out, and he's got all these fucking skeletons and shit around him. But you're fighting a paladin. I do holy damage, which is like fucking quadruple time more powerful to undead minions. So I literally just did Fist of Heavens, where a lightning bolt comes down and strikes him in the fucking head and just shattered everything around him. And he basically almost died instantly. And the best part was is that I go over there, and you can't take any of their items, but it drops all their gold, and it drops their ear as a trophy for you. So I go over there, and I pick up the gold and the ear. Well, the best part is that back then, whenever you had the ear, it actually said the player's gamer tag and then their ear. So it would be like, for instance, his was Striker. Yeah. So it was like Striker's ear. So we would be playing, and like we would get done with the boss or something, and we'd be like, ooh, victory. And what I would do is I would throw that ear on the ground, and he would see it pop up. And whenever you threw an item on the ground, Diablo 2, it showed the name of the item. So he would see it, and he'd run over there trying to pick it up real quick, and I'd pick it right back up just to be an asshole, dude. I do it all the time. Just throw it down, pick it up, throw it down, pick it up. So, yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool callback to that. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And the remaster looks beautiful, dude. Like, it really looks like... I mean, a lot of those games, when they do that, this is what it used to look like. This is what it looks like now. It's like, but I can't really tell the difference. Like, to where this one, you can really tell the difference. So, yeah, man. I'm fucking pumped for that, too. But, yeah, so I'd say my top picks for State of Play... Five Nights at Freddy's, obviously Final Fantasy VII, the Yuffie episode is up there, obviously. And honestly, I'd have to go with, as dumb as the fucking name was, the whatever the hell that was, Return or whatever the fuck the name was. Yeah, Return. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty high up on my list. I think the dodgeball would be really fun, especially if it's in like a free beta right now. I think that's something that we'll probably end up picking up for the channel and doing like a game night or something. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, Returnal looked really fucking good. I'd be okay with paying $60 for that game. Like, it looked really fucking good. So even if it looks really cool. Like the action was very fast paced, and the enemies looked real nice and fluid. Like, they didn't have any like weird quirks from what I could see during the fighting. There's obviously a story that's going on. There's a psychological story that's going on with the character as well, which is going to be cool as shit too. So yeah, no, I think that's going to be a really good game. So, but yeah, those would be my top three that I'm most excited for. JoJo, what do you got?
I mean, I guess Deathloop I'm really excited for. This trailer they showed wasn't like necessarily showing me anything super new about it. You know, I've watched it. They've shown a bunch of trailers places before, and it wasn't. They released a different trailer like the same day that did a better job explaining how that game actually works.
Right.
Which they should have just shown here, because I was still kind of confused about how the game worked, like the actual looping part.
Right.
But I'm very excited for that game. So I will say that. And yeah, Returnal, definitely. This again, they announced it before, but then seeing this, and I had no idea how much of a fast-paced, crazy-looking thing it was. Yeah. So that looks like a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll totally download that Yuffie thing.
There you go. Boom.
So that, yeah, there's that. Yeah, I guess.
There you go, James. What's your top three pick? What caught your eye?
So, yeah, nothing really got me too excited in that. I mean, like the dodgeball, like you said, dodgeball would be fun to play. The Crash game would be kind of fun to play, you know, because you played the originals back on PlayStation. But nothing was like super. I'm not, you know, into Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So nothing really got me too excited there.
When you hear someone say they're not into Final Fantasy, you just go, "Man, dude, your parents did such
a
terrible job. Such a terrible
I tried.
Job. You tried 14. Like, I don't really think you could say you tried Final Fantasy. I think you need to play a Final Fantasy game that actually has a story to it, and then you can say you've tried Final Fantasy. Like, 14 has a story to it, but you have to do a lot of very tedious MMO bullshit to get to the different actual story elements that are mind-blowing. Like, that game literally has awards for how good the story is, and you made it through like 35% of the main quest, if that. So, I mean, I think you literally got to the point where you joined the fucking main big company and got your fucking chocobo, and then that was when you were done. So, like, you barely did anything. Like, you didn't even come... You were still playing the story that the third-party company did, that Square Enix fucking fired before they put Yoshi P and everybody on it, to then redo the story and make it make sense with Realm Reborn, and then all the shit they made after that is where everybody's like, fucking A, this game's amazing. So you weren't even close to, like, where the story is even, you know, on its fucking peak, if you will. So...
Yeah. And I think I would have liked that game a little more if I didn't, you know, play the first 30 missions or whatever 10 times.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm switching characters.
You switch characters and classes a lot right off the bat, so yeah. No, that's fair. Like I said, I think personally, in my opinion, just knowing you for how long that I have, I think, like, if there was a chance for you to get into Final Fantasy, I think it would have to be one of the newer ones. I wouldn't recommend 15. Just because I haven't played it. I'm not saying it's bad. I haven't played it, so therefore I can't really recommend it. That's the only Final Fantasy I haven't played. But obviously 14's MMO, 13 is known as one of the worst ones, but that's I don't really believe that. So yeah,
I like 13 a lot.
Yeah, I didn't have an issue with 13. I'd have to say 16. I'd say just wait for 16. Like, it's going to be done by Yoshi P, who is one of the best fucking video game directors in the fucking world. Easily one of the best at Square Enix. And it's going to be an amazing fucking story. And yeah, I would just say wait for 16, try out 16. And if you don't like 16, then yeah, sure, you don't like Final Fantasy. But you can't judge that off of, like, level 25 in fucking Final Fantasy 14. Like, that's not a good representation of Final Fantasy as a whole. So... Not to mention every game is completely different. Then after that, if you got into it, it would be worth going back and playing like the older ones. But I think if you were to go back and play one of the older pixelated ones, I don't think you really give a shit. I think you'd probably drop that faster than you did 14. So.
Or do play 15. It's about some bros hanging out in a car driving around. You know, nice time for a while. And then they didn't finish it properly and it's kind of a mess. But
yeah,
parts of it are fun.
I saw some Steam Workshop mods where people were making it to where you can make all the guys look like characters from Final Fantasy VII. So it showed the car, and it was like Cloud was driving, Sephiroth was in the passenger seat, Zack was back left, I think Rude. It was like, all right, fucking, they just... I was like such an awkward person to pull out of fucking nowhere, but sure, yeah, Rude from the Turks was in the back right. But it was funny because, like, the mod they used, they gave him the Buster Blade to use, but the mod couldn't distinguish between the weapon that Noxus actually uses because he doesn't pull that from his back. So Cloud's running around with two Buster Blades, one in his hand and one on his fucking back, and I was like, Jesus, dude, so stupid. I was like, and you thought it was ridiculous whenever Cloud could lift the one blade he does before. Imagine him having two Buster Blades. Single wielding two Buster Blades. Get the fuck out of here, dude. But yeah.
Let's do that.
15 I would like to get to before I get to 16, and who knows, I might take a break from where I'm at in the story, like after I beat 2, and then just jump up to 15 because I haven't beaten it, or I haven't even played it. I literally haven't even started my journey on 15, and try to knock that out before 16 comes out. We'll see. I've thought about it. I don't really want to jump around, but you know, I just might do it. But I was going to just kind of go through a whole straight, but we'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's not like it matters. 15 story is going to have zero to do with 16. Like, doesn't matter
at all.
Yeah, none of these are chronological except for fucking, unless they're in the same universe, like 7 with its entire fucking, you know, set of games and movies and books. So, oh well, either way. But yeah, that's our thoughts on PlayStation State of Play. Like I said, it was a good show. Not too much to really get too crazy excited for. Obviously you've all heard my thoughts on the Final Fantasy stuff. My thoughts have changed a little bit, but not much. I'm still kind of very confused with the Dirge of Cerberus shit. That doesn't make sense to me, but I'll have to wait and see what happens when it comes out. At this point, I am still more excited for Final Fantasy 16 than I am 7 Remake. I think the main thing that I was really upset about the most whenever we did the podcast, because I got all that information literally right before the podcast, so you guys definitely got me at a raw situation. I think the part that I'm upset about the most is that they even put time into making the actual remake that everybody said they wanted from the get-go on a mobile phone. Like, that just seems like, in my opinion, such like a backhanded way to do things, where it's like, we're going to go ahead and if they would have said, this Final Fantasy VII game that's coming out is the story we wanted to tell, so we're not going to call it remake, this is like Final Fantasy VII 2.0 or some shit, that makes sense. But the word remake, like, we've seen remakes before. It's not like this is the first time this has ever been done. And this isn't even close to it. There's so much different shit going on in there. And it's not like expansion-wise. Like, that whole gigantic whisper fight was so fucking dumb. And so Kingdom Heartsy. It was ridiculous. So, like I said, to see that they're literally doing the remake that everybody wants, and they're not expanding anything in that one, and they're throwing that one onto a fucking phone, it's like, at this point, what are you doing with all this time? You know, like,
well, that's not that phone game is not the remake you want, because it's not.
What I mean by the remake I want,
you're not putting money into, like, it's a small thing,
right?
Like,
right.
with shitty graphics, like, it's not.
What I meant by the remake that we want, I mean story wise, like, Zack dies. That's gonna happen. Zack dies at the end of that.
Yeah, sure.
In that one, like, it's the actual story. To where this one, for all we know, Zack is alive, and I guess him and Cloud's gonna be best buddies and be Avalanche warriors together and fucking take on Shinra, and Cloud will have this small little fucking knife versus this gigantic Buster Blade. I don't know. I don't fucking know where the story is going.
I don't think that's not what it with that. Come on. I mean, I don't know.
We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like I said,
game is easy, probably.
I feel like resources and team management aren't being put to where they should be. I feel like this phone game is a waste of time at this point. There could be a lot more focus.
There's phone games made by different people, right? Like, that's outsourced to some degree. Like, it's not no one who has any real power at Square or whatever is working on that.
I guess. But the Battle Royale, however, like I said, I'm definitely going to try that out. That's definitely going to happen. And I hope that it not necessarily gets ported. Ported's the wrong word. I know I used that during the podcast. If they make a version that's appropriate to be on the PC, there's a good chance that, I would be a lot more bigger into that than I would be like PlayerUnknown or anything else like that. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't.
Because I
can't see playing that on a phone
myself,
but like I would like to play it. It's just like
there's just a lot to it that is kind of mysterious right now at this point. There's a lot of like summoning Aeons, and I don't know how that's quite going to work. And it looked like there were some PvE elements as well, like using the materia. Like they were using materia and shit. So there's a lot of different shit going into it, which. That's where a lot of these battle royales try to do that to be different, but that's when they end up losing a lot of the players. When you add so many different aspects into something, it's hard to focus on what is actually the game is about, and that's literally just drop in, loot, kill, game. Like, that's pretty much what the game is. So, I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see. Like I said, it is what it is. But that's what we got for the State of Play. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you like and subscribe. Also turn on those notifications so you get notified next time we upload another video. Hit us in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts and views on some of the stuff in the State of Play. What is your top 3 that you're excited to see come out and that you would play if you owned a PlayStation 5? So that way, if you're not a PlayStation 5 fan, you can still participate because it's a what if. But we have down in the description below Twitters and Twitches, so make sure you check those out if you want a more direct form of communication from Twitter, or if you want to come by and watch us play some games. I know me and James are about to start breaking into Rogue Heroes very soon here. I know we're playing it as soon as we get done with this show. We've been having a lot of fun with it so far. Super awesome game. That's something that you guys can check out there. Maybe we'll do something, maybe like a review on it or something, since it is a brand new game. Do a review on it or something for the channel too, and kind of talk into that a little bit more. But I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. We'll see you next time.